Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the introductory concepts of special theory of relativity. In 1905, a 26-year-old boy, Albert Einstein, showed that how the measurements of time and space are affected by motion between an observer and what is being observed. That is, how the time and space measurements are affected by motion between an observer and what is being observed. That is, either the observer at rest and the object is moving, and the second case is the observer is moving and the object is at rest, or both the observer and object are in motion. 1905, Albert Einstein showed how the time and space measurements are affected by motion between an observer and what is being observed. We know that length, mass and time are the fundamental physical quantities. So, no special point is made about how we can measure these fundamental quantities, since a standard unit exists for each quantity. Now, for example, consider an airplane in the ground and we are on the board. We have to measure the length of airplane. How we can measure the length of airplane? Using a measuring tape, we can measure the length of airplane. That is, one end of the measuring tape is placed at the airplane nose and we look at the number in the tape at the airplane tail. In this way, one can measure the length of airplane. Now consider we are on ground and the airplane is in flight. Then how we can measure the length of airplane? It is not so hard to find the length of a distant object. We have the measuring tape to establish the baseline and surveys transit to measure angle. Then by the knowledge of trigonometry, we can find the measure of the we can find the length of a distant object. When we measure the moving airplane from the ground, though we find it to be shorter than somebody else in the airplane itself. How this unexpected result arises? Why it appears to be shorter for us? To analyze this, one must understand the process of measurement when motion is involved. That is, the airplane is in motion and we are on the ground. So, we have to understand the process of measurement when motion is involved. So, before going to that, for first step is to clarify what do you mean by motion. When we say that some object is moving, when we say that some object is moving, its position relative to something else is changing. That is, if you have a point here and a car is moving from this point, how do we say that car is moving? The position of the car is changing with respect to time. Then we say that object is moving. For example, a passenger moves relative to the airplane. When we say the passenger in the airplane is at rest or is moving in the airplane, that is relative to the airplane. That is, the passenger moves relative to the airplane. And when we say the airplane is moving, the airplane moves relative to the earth. Earth moves relative to the sun. Sun moves relative to the galaxy of stars, that is the Milky Way, and so on. So, a reference frame is used to describe whether an object is moving or not. That is, a frame of reference is always associated with the motion of a particle. The simplest frame of reference is the Cartesian coordinate system. The simplest frame of reference is the Cartesian coordinate system. That is, to specify whether an object is moving or not, we need a reference frame. and the simplest reference frame is Cartesian coordinate system. In the Cartesian coordinate system, suppose we consider two-dimensional space, that is, this is a two-dimensional space and we have the x-axis and y-axis. Suppose we have an object here. How we can locate this object? This is the origin O. So, we have along the x-axis, the object is at a distance of x centimeter, x unit, and along the y-axis, the object is at a distance of y unit. Then we can mark it as x, y. That is, we can locate the position of an object in a Cartesian coordinate system. In a three-dimensional space, in a Cartesian coordinate system, we have x, y and z axis. So, x, y, z points can be used to locate the position of a particle. In special theory of relativity, we consider not only the space, time is also considered. That is x, y, z, t, and the fourth coordinate is time, x, y, z, t. So, in relativity, we have the four-dimensional space. Fourth coordinate is not the time coordinate, it is also a position coordinate in the case of relativistic particles, that will be discussed in later. If c is the velocity of light, then we can mark it as x0. Suppose instead of x we use x1, instead of y we use x2, and instead of z we use x3, where x0 equal ct. Or it can be denoted as Ix0, where Ix0 equal x4. It is the Minkowski space-time and we consider it in detail in the coming classes. Okay, now we have to discuss about the frame of reference only. That is, the simplest frame of reference is the Cartesian coordinate system, and to describe whether an object is moving or not, we need to specify or we need a reference frame. That is all. Is it clear? That is, the whole idea is, or the basic idea is, a reference frame is used to describe whether an object is moving or not.